Yo, 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 welcome back to the Feather Your Lifestyle podcast, conversations on lifestyle, passions, and hustles. My name's Chris. I'm your host, and I'm super excited to be back here having the conversation with you. And I'm super excited. I'm so proud to be able to say this is episode 200. 200 episodes in the bank, right? And that's, pretty much 200 conversations with you. It's been one journey. It's been a crazy roller coaster ride to get here. And I just want to start off with just sharing my gratitude and a big thank you for anyone that has listened once, twice, all 200, whether it's been video format or audio format, for those that have left a comment, sent a message, been a guest. And it's not just about recognizing that I've done 200 episodes. I mean, that in itself is a nice little feat, but it's, we've taken these steps together. We've had 200 steps, 200 opportunities, 200 moments, 200 conversations where we've had the chance to grow, myself personally as well, a chance to learn and a chance to challenge ourselves. For me, this has been life-changing. For me, this has been game-changing. For me, this has been a real big personal growth uplift. It's helped me further my own lifestyle. And, even though that's the brand of the podcast and that's the topic of and the theme of the podcast, as much as I want to help you further your lifestyle, I'm furthering mine daily by trying different things, and then I'm playing it back here. And look, this will be a short and sharp episode because I wanted to take the moment to reflect and to say thank you and all that. We'll roll the intro and we'll get into it, but I'm very grateful for you to be here. So let's get into it. So I guess one of the things that I want to kind of just reflect on quickly is, what have I actually learned in the last 200 episodes? Like, for me, it's wild because we've been talking about this, taking action, getting out there, why are you delaying and actually starting, the fear of getting started. Here we are 200 episodes later, it is 5 years later. I had a dream to make this happen. I had a dream to start this. I didn't know what it was going to look like. It's not where I wanted to be. We're here. We're making progress. We're doing it on a regular basis. And, I just, when I started, we were doing guest conversations, we were doing interviews, and that was really to gain the traction, to get me comfortable. Actually, it was to make me get really uncomfortable, to get comfortable. And I was more nervous probably doing these solo episodes than I was with the guests. The guests, I was just nervous because I wanted to be right. And I will have guests back, and I know I say that every year, but that is the plan, the long-term plan. But for now, it's putting in the reps, building something which I know is what I want it to be. But that journey in itself has been, every time it's just been a chance to grow. It's been a chance to have to step out. How do I continue to do things different? How do I continue to bring conversations that people want? And, we haven't gone viral. We haven't hit the big time. We don't make money from this podcast. But for me, it's dear to my heart to be able to come back here, play it back to other people, even if it's 1, 2, 10, or, we've had over 10,000 downloads now, just audio wise, but we've done over 20,000 total listens. That includes on YouTube. I'm making a difference. And to me, that makes me happy because my goal, my dream has always been to help others to aspire further and to, want to aspire to make the change and be the difference in their own lives. And I only want to bring happiness and joy to other people in doing these episodes. For me, the episodes are personal. They're to help me. They help me work through other issues and things that I've experienced. But at the same time, it challenges me to think outside the box and find relevant conversations and topics that I think we all need to hear, that are relevant, that whether it's at the start or middle of your journey or at the end of your journey, there's always something that someone can add. There's been quite a lot of moments where I've had doubt. I've had people, for whatever reason, be negative, which is unfortunate, but those people, obviously, they need to further their lifestyle as well. And it's not about, trying to sell a brand of like, let me help you further your life and I can change it for you. And the only person that can change your life is you. But I want to give you the opportunity to do it. Maybe you need to hear it in a new way. That's why I'm here. Maybe you just needed some motivation or you needed to hear it. That's why I'm here. Maybe you just wanted to be part of a community in the comments and to give you accountability. That's why I'm here. And that has evolved and continues to evolve, and I've done a few things that have failed. I've done episodes which I've tried to reach out and have you guys come back to me. It's failed, but then I've had other people, other moments be really, really successful and really great interaction with the audience, which is you. So it's a roller coaster ride, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I really enjoyed hearing your comments, listening to your feedback, having you ask questions, And, there's been moments where it's been life-changing, because there has been one or two people that have said, because of you, I've done this, and it's been life-changing. And it's not about me, but it's just encouraging to know that the stuff that I'm putting out is relevant to help other people further their lifestyle. So that's that. And I wouldn't change it for the world. To think that, 5 years ago, I was working for someone else, but I had this idea of being able to help others. The best way to help others is by doing and sharing with action, leading by example. And that's what I'm trying to do here. From a forward-focused perspective, like forward thinking, what's next, the vision here, like I'll be pretty frank with this. We've just done 200 episodes. This is the beginning. I want this podcast to continue to be the backbone, the reference point, the byproduct of me trying to build everything that I'm trying to build. That success will be defined by myself in terms of what I'm trying to achieve personally, and my team, and the longer term goals that I have for entrepreneurship and businesses and things like that, and life and helping others. At some point I want to step this up. I want to have a studio. I want to have people that can come in, have conversations, and really tap into the nitty-gritties of the things that people are doing to make that action. One thing that I've always struggled with when I first started this podcast was, and it's always been a dream that I want to continue to tap in, and that's why I started with interviews first, is you always hear the cliche of the people that made it, 10 years, they've been doing it for 10 years, and it makes it look like that they've just done it overnight and blown up in success. And people ask them, how did you get here? How did you make this much money? Or how did you build that, real estate portfolio? Or how did you achieve number one in this? Or whatever it may be. It doesn't even need to be about the greatest or the best, just people that are just having a really great time and living their life to their full extent. And the cliche answer is like a lot of hard work. But what does that look like? And that's really what I want to tap into. And all these things that we talk about is that hard work. When I'm very broad in saying you just got to get out there and figure it out, it's broad because I can't tell you exactly how to do something, because I'm not doing what you're doing. But what I can tell you is if you be willing to figure it out as a problem arises, how do we work around it? How do we challenge it? How do we work through it? How do we overcome it? How do we change or reframe the perspective? You will make progress and you will get to where you want to be. And that's what I want to help really break down. And I would love to go back to I did it for a little bit. I did some accountability work with some people. We did some mastermind work with some people. I'm not talking short term. This is long term. And I really want to work with a number of people to just thrive and help them become the best versions of themselves. But for me to do that, to be comfortable with myself doing that, I want to make sure I've got a backbone of this content, but also my business and how I've done it for myself, because that speaks volumes. And I want to show, it's not about that I want this to replace that. I love doing my business, but I want this to be able to be another source of opportunity for people to grow in, because watching and seeing and, asking is one thing, but working together is where people can succeed really, really well, because that motivation, that willpower, that, accountability, having someone there guiding them, sometimes that's what people need. And I would love to be able to be that person. So that's that. I'm going to, like I said, I'm keeping it short and sweet. 200 episodes. Very grateful, very happy. I do want to challenge you. It's like, 200 reps of doing the podcast. I've done over 1,000 videos on the YouTube. So doing the videos or doing 200 episodes isn't the big thing here. It's more the fact that I've continued to step out and create content that I never expected I was creating. And I want to invite you to think about your own 200 steps forward. What's the next 200 steps look like for you? Whether it's the next 200 days, the next 200 episodes, the next 200 videos, the next 200 conversations, the next 200 reps, whatever it is. Think about that. And also think about in the past, what have you learned for the last 200 of those reps, of those moments, of those conversations? How have you grown? Or maybe how have you grown from these episodes? If you've been here since day one, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear it. There's been people that I've worked with. There's been some guests that I've had on the channel. And I'm so proud of them because they have thrived. And that is why I wanted them on the channel, is because I knew they were capable of great things. And we're all capable of great things. But unfortunately, a lot of us, we don't tap into our potential. So what have you learned from this? Where do you want to go from here for your own personal journey? Not about me, less about me. Where do you want to go? I want to be your cheerleader. I want to support you. I want to encourage you. I want to motivate you, and I want to be inspired by you. So I've seen some amazing people make some amazing progress, and they started all from zero as well. Some of my, fellow guests, they were nobodies. And to big people, maybe they are nobodies, but to me, they're like heroes to me now, because I've seen them thrive and grow, because I knew they had the potential to make it happen, and they did it. They went and made it happen. So I'm very, very proud of those conversations that we've been able to have, because those people have gone out and done what they said they're going to do. And I'm not going to lie, that makes me sometimes feel like, what have I done wrong? Because they look like they're more successful than me. But at the end of the day, we define our own success. And for me, yeah, I would love to earn money from this podcast. I would love it to help pay bills and things. But it's never been the core focus. The core focus is I want to help other people get to where they want to be. And the conversations is a great way to do that. Challenging people is a great way to doing that. And just keeping it real is a great way to do that. And that's what I intend to keep doing. And I'll continue to try and raise the bar and make it bigger and better. It takes time. But, I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for number one, but also just having you guys along for the ride. And, we've got a number of regulars that show up every week, leave a comment. We've got people that send me a random message once a quarter. It means the world to me. It really does. And I look forward to the next 200. We'll continue on. I have no intention of stopping or slowing down. So thank you. Appreciate you. If you've been here since episode 1, or if you've just joined, it wouldn't exist without you. So thank you. You are the podcast. So thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. We'll be back here again next week. Do it all again. And just a reflecting moment. I never imagined this. Like, I knew I wanted to be here, but I just never imagined what it would look like. So thank you. Thank you. There's a lot going through my head at the moment. Anyway, we'll leave it there. We'll be back doing it all again next week. And yeah, you have a wonderful day. Cheers.